Wanted to talk about 3 coins to $1 million, and right here, and this is 2 of the coins, excuse me, 2 of the coins that are going to get you there. These are 2 of my top holdings. Theta is actually my #1 holding. It has brought me the greatest return on my investment, and it's just not stopping. Theta, it solves the problem of live video streaming. Right now, if you look on the chart, you'll see the problem. You have low quality video streaming. Especially in the US, our infrastructure is pretty well and it's pretty good, but in other countries, the video streaming access is not what we would be used to. So Theta is looking to solve that problem. So it's low quality video streaming and the high cost of streaming platforms. It is I'm sure that, I don't know the amount of the dollar amount that YouTube spends on this streaming of these videos, but they spend a lot of money on streaming, storing data. Everyone knows that videos are very large and saving all of this information. So it costs these companies a lot of money to have these streaming platforms. And so Theta is looking to help in that manner. Another problem is that most video streaming is centralized to one particular platform. So whatever platform it was created, and the network is not shared. So YouTube has its own platform, Netflix is its own platform, but they don't share streaming privileges or the network. So those are some of the problems that they currently have in the system. The solution is Theta and Theta Fuel. So Theta has what they call validators. And the validators, they distribute the content as a network. So let's just say, I'm going to give an example. I lived in an apartment building and I'm watching the new Coming to America film. And it's likely that a number of people in my building would want to watch the Coming to America film as one. So instead of us all streaming at the same time, whoever started streaming first, the other parties could piggyback off of that stream. So we are actually sharing data in the network. How that works is that these organizations, companies, your Netflix, your YouTubes, Google, they would purchase Theta Fuel, and Theta Fuel is the gas that runs the network. We would be sharing this video streaming information, and then you get actually paid for watching on the Theta network, and they pay you in T-Fuel, and T-Fuel has you could sell it on an exchange, but so you actually get paid for participating, and you get paid in T-Fuel. And I'm sure eventually you'll be able to actually buy things with your T-Fuel, just like you would be able to buy something with Bitcoin or another type of cryptocurrency. So it's considered to be a decentralized. So unlike the YouTubes and the Netflix, it's decentralized peer-to-peer video delivery. So what's pretty cool is that YouTube, Netflix, other platforms, Hulu, they can actually build on the Theta system and still keep the integrity of them being a separate entity, but they'll be able to use the technology of Theta. So Theta is huge in the fact that I don't know of any other cryptocurrency that has come as far as Theta in terms of the networking and the partnerships that they have, and the mapping. So, all companies have goal mapping, and Theta's every quarter, they're constantly hitting new goals, arriving at their goals early. Recently, they signed, I told you before that they have a relationship with Samsung, and eventually they will be built into every Samsung TV. And I think Samsung owns 50% of the television market. And also Samsung is the leader in virtual reality, and the virtual reality system will be built on the Theta network as well. People don't really realize that virtual reality, they tried it a couple of years ago, kids used it, but they're really focusing on having that become really real, people actually really using this and creating lives virtually. I don't know how I feel about it ethically, but this is the way technology is working. So that's just a quick overview of what Theta is and what Theta Fuel is the gas fees that keeps the system running. And like I said, you'll be able to earn money for participating in the network and allowing people to share, whether it be using your television or if it's your virtual reality system. So this, as I was saying before, if you look at the first one, it's an open source platform. So Theta has relationships with the movie industry, with the sports industry. This year's poker tournament was streamed through Theta. The virtual reality system of Samsung. They have connections with, Google. They're just recently, their most recent client was Sony. So now Sony is also a validator for them. And they also had a recent partnership with Lionsgate Films. So there's kind of comes to a point where, as you can see, the movie theaters are dead due to coronavirus. And so now some of these big movie studios are collaborating with these technology companies so that they can get these movies directly to the consumer. And so now Sony, so Lionsgate Films, as of last week, has become one of their newest clients, and Theta will assist in helping them bring, movies directly to you through using the Theta network. The Theta network. So this is some of their validators. So I say Google, Sony, Samsung, Binance, Lionsgate Films. The previous slide, I had the picture of Jay-Z talking about NFTs. Theta is now creating an NFT. I think they're releasing it in their next quarter of this Theta Mainnet 3.0, which releases in, April. So they'll be talking about NFTs and how they will incorporate NFTs on their platform. So what I love about Theta is that they're tackling a real life issue in terms of the video streaming and the amount of data that's used. They're way above any competitor that they have in the space. You can see by the partnerships that they have huge global corporate leaders behind them. And I only see the company growing larger and larger in the future. Everyone will eventually know who Theta is, and eventually everyone will be using Theta, because between Sony and Samsung, that's a lot of flat screen TVs, a lot of cell phones that will have this technology built into the mechanism. Return on investment. So I posted this the other day, wanted to bring some attention to what type of gains are really, really possible in the digital asset space. And I don't think you could give a better example of the type of gains that you can make other than looking at Theta and Theta Fuel. Theta, in the last year, you've had returns of 3,924%. I would love for somebody to put in the chat where in the stock market I can get those type of gains. And Theta Fuel, Theta Fuel is even worse. I don't even think this number is accurate, because Theta Fuel hit a high of 18 cents this week. And so right now, Theta Fuel is almost at, this probably is 6,000% return on your investment. So If you would have invested in Theta Fuel a year ago, just $1,000, you would be at $60,000 today. And that's just incredible, a return on your investment. I just don't know where you can beat that. And it's still only 16 cents. So there's a lot more growth that's for Theta and Theta Fuel. So if $1,000 can be turned into 50,000, it would only take $10,000 to turn it into $1 million. So it's very real. It's very, very possible to make millions, if not multi-millions, if you invest in cryptocurrency. Now, if you invest $10, don't expect $1 million. But if you invest a few $1,000s, definitely expect wealth and abundance coming your way. It's just a matter of time for these things to, these networks to grow and to be adopted. This is just, I put a price chart that I receive in a mentoring group that I'm in, and talking about crypto. And this is some of the price targets that they have for Theta. As you can see right now, and they're pretty accurate, because right now Theta is at $5. It says July 2020, but it should say July 2021, $10. I think that we're going to hit $10 probably in the next, I don't know, I would say probably earlier than July, but June. And we suspect that by $20 by the end of the year for Theta. And Theta Fuel is beyond its target. I can see T Fuel going to 75 to 80 cents by the end of this year. And these are some of the, you don't know what's going to happen in the market or not, but these are some of the projections that they have, that within 5 years, Theta can be worth. I'll see you guys in the chat. I'll tell you in a second where you can buy Theta. So you can see we're in 2021, in 4 years, at 2025, Theta being $1,000. I think that's very realistic. If you look at the returns that they have per year, and if they continue to have this, and I don't believe every year they will have this robust growth. We are in a bull market. So you have to acknowledge that crypto and digital assets is in an upward trend right now. So that's why you're seeing these huge gains. There will be, down markets as well. But this is one of the companies that I feel very secure in terms of them succeeding at what they do. And if they are successful, $1,000 is very possible. It's very, very possible for Theta. Theta and Theta Fuel are supposed to run 20 to 1. So if Theta was $1,000, T Fuel would be worth $50 at that point. So I would say, in my investment opinion, I would at least try to get 1,000 Theta. And the reason I say 1,000 is because not only is this an appreciating asset, it is an asset that you're able to stake. Staking, when you stake, you're actually removing the token from the circulating supply. And it's when you reduce the circulating supply, you're actually increasing demand, because now there's a shortage of coins. So, and you get paid in T Fuel. So if you stake your Theta, you get paid in T Fuel. Right now, it's only a 1% return. But there are talks do follow Theta very closely. They're looking to increase that to be competitive with some of the other staking coins. And in their new release that's coming out in April, you're also going to be able to stake your Theta Fuel. So you'll be able to earn interest. They pay you in Theta Fuel. So now you're going to be able to stake your Theta, earn Theta Fuel, and then stake your Theta Fuel, and then get Theta Fuel in return. So that's passive income. So you're in an asset that's increasing, and it's passive income. So Theta is like, if you only had to pick 2 cryptos to ever purchase, Theta and Theta Fuel would have to be my number 1 choice, because I believe if you can invest in Theta today, and you'll make money tomorrow. That's just how it's been. I mean, every time I sit back and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait for the price to go down to buy more, and it just doesn't go down. It just keeps going up and up and up. And I know anything that goes up, yes, there's obviously gonna be a pullback, but with all of the news that's coming up in the next few weeks for Theta, I don't think you're gonna see any sharp pullbacks right now. If you want to wait and just monitor the price, you can do so. But this is one of the coins that I really think is out of here. It's going to the moon. I mean, these price changes have they've been steadily increasing over the last year, but within the last 90 days, they're just flying off the charts. It's really exciting. So Theta, where you can buy Theta. This is the easiest way I'm going to tell you to buy Theta. Theta's not easy to buy. First, you have to download the Theta wallet. Theta can only be stored in the Theta wallet. So you can find the Theta wallet on your app store on your phone. If you have a Coinbase, this is how I do it. If you have a Coinbase, I buy. So let's say I want to buy 500 Theta, $500 worth of Theta. I buy $500 worth of Chainlink. I buy Chainlink because it's not an ERC20 and there's no gas fees involved. So I buy $500 worth of Chainlink, and then I go to Simple Swap. If you go to my second video, it's up on YouTube. I go through Simple Swap. I trade my Chainlink for Theta. So if I don't know, Chainlink right now is let's just say it's $25. So I trade the $500 worth of Chainlink into Theta, and then I send that to my Theta wallet. And in your Theta wallet, you can stake there. I can't go over the staking process right now. It's a little complicated, but it can be done. And so I can earn interest off my Theta. So Theta and T-Fuel, I can't tell you how important these coins are. These coins are going to make a lot of people a lot of money.